Hello and welcome back to Homesteading, Northern Michigan. Today we are going to be replacing this cracked up fuel line on this X-Bull 62cc chainsaw. It should be the same as the other models. Next we're going to remove the 5 bolts on the top holding the cover in. Just doing a little inspection. I got my Torx bit out to take out some Allen bits. Couldn't find my Allen wrenches. You got 2 of them that hold in the carburetor and that air filter collar there. Yep, really dirty. Really dirty. There's another look at that fuel line we're replacing. That top line is a pump. That's your fuel line we're replacing. I'm struggling with this throttle linkage here. There's the primer bulb line is on the other side, and that's what's holding me up. I'm taking it off now. And that came right out. Go figure. There's the stamp on the bottom of the carburetor. And yet another look at that fuel line we're replacing. Alright, I fished it out, take off the fuel filter. That way we can pull our line out. I'm just going to put the cap in so no debris or anything gets in there. 3 weeks to order parts. I'm going to take off the bar and chain just to make it easier to work. Later on I end up cleaning it all out, so she's a nice clean saw. Alright, so I did pick up the new, I ordered it, I had to order it. I actually ordered 10 of them. I have 2 saws. This guy right here is another carburetor. I don't know if it's an exact fit. Find out right now. These parts just came in. And I don't think it's right. Let's see what that other carburetor is. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have another port going out the top here. So it's not the same. Okay, that's just a choke. Yeah. So what does that connect to? Is it the primer? Alright, so we won't use the new carb. We'll use the old carb. We have a new spark plug. And the gas and oil fill right here. So alright, so we determined what side is going to be the part that goes up to the carb, and that's going to be this one with the spines on it, because that's where the bend is. So we're going to put this piece in through the grommet. We're going to go through the grommet into the tank, and we will retrieve it from inside the tank, and then we will pull it almost all the way through, and we're going to put the filter on there and then pull it back through again. That's the easiest way to do these. So let's see how we do. grommet. Okay, so we're into the tank. Yes, we are. All right. So now we got to figure out how to get a grip on it. I have a hook on this. You could probably use a piece of coat hanger or anything. Really, I got a little hook on this. I'm gonna grab the line with this. Just kind of bring it on up like so. So now we have it here. As you can see, that was super easy. And we take our fuel filter. Oh, it's right here. Now this is dirty, or the check valve's stuck. You're going to want to clean this out. We don't need to because everything's working as it should. Just put this firmly on here. There we go. Yeah. Oh, I went too far. I gotta grab it up again. I went too far. So the hose is actually on backwards. I'm not positive about this, but I'm pretty sure it is. I have a lot of excess hose inside the tank, and it was a little tight going to the carburetor, but it still works. So, yep. So there we go. Now we're gonna put our carburetor back on. A little choke button here. With this whole setup, I did get a new coil, but I don't need it, and I'm not going to put it on this one in case my other one stops. Okay, so we'll get this guy here. Okay. You know, waiting for parts, I forgot which one I went to, and I hooked the throttle up to the choke and the choke up to the throttle. You want your throttle to be closest to the engine and your choke is closest to the handle. Right. Got that little bugger on. Right. There we go. The new fuel line on. Oh. We're gonna put this little pump on. Okay, we're looking good. We're looking good. Now that we have that all secured in, we're going to put this cover on. Now, to make your life a lot easier, if you look behind your carburetor, you will see an oversized gasket. Make sure you pull that gasket away and fit the cover behind it, or else you're going to have a real hard time getting them bolts to line up. Once you got that right, the bolts fall right into place. Alright, so we got the blade all sharpened up. We're going to put new gas cap, oil cap in it, fill it up with oil, fill it up with gas, and let's see if we can get her started. It should fire right up. It wouldn't crank for me in the spring here a few weeks ago, and what happened was I was messing with it and I ended up tipping it and a bunch of gas came out. So that's what made me know that the gas line was bad, because if it breaks in there or gets a crack, it'll hold fluid and dump it right out. So let's go ahead and put the caps on it, fill it up. Ooh. Yep, I didn't have it seated in there all the way. If you noticed in the beginning, the line flared out. Well, there was a little bit of it catching on the front side that I did not notice on the grommet. So it only had like maybe half of it connected. But I do end up getting it without having to remove the carburetor again. I don't recommend using starting fluid on your small engines. I am just using it to see if the on-off switch is grounded out, which would mean it would be off. Okay, so I put that other carb on there, and the primer bulb line that goes to the other carb was missing on the new one. That's why I didn't put it on originally. So it does start up. I don't have a primer bulb anymore. But I never really used the primer bulb, so I only fired it up. It fired up like normal, so I shut it back off. We still got to warm it up. Well, my friends, I'd like to thank you for watching Homesteading Northern Michigan. If you could, please hit that thumbs up after hitting the subscribe button. It really helps me out tremendously. It was good to see you guys again. Leave a comment. Let me know what you thought. Peace.